All right, everybody, welcome back to Dog
Dog.
Talk Sports. It's been a couple weeks. We wanted to kind of take some time to let some news pile up here in the world of sports because this is just kind of a slower time during the summer. The Stanley Cup finals are underway, the NBA finals are underway. Mini camps are starting around the NFL. And baseball is now revving up into full force here. We're all rocking the Yankee hats for this occasion because the Yankees will be the main focus of this podcast. Today's episode probably won't be too long. Nice, short, and sweet. Not too much to talk about, but still enough to talk about to put out an episode for everybody this weekend. So we're going to start off with the heartbreak of the New York Rangers losing to the Florida Panthers in Game 6. Um, it, you know what, Pete? Was it really a choke job? They weren't the better team. Anyway,
It may not have been a
I don't
choke,
think I don't think it was a.
but,
They just
but
got
it, it's June. The Stanley Cup finals have rolled around, and the New York Rangers are not in the finals. So
nope.
I, I do want to say, moment of silence for the New York Rangers. Our very own Ray Tremor going through a little heartbreak with that. So, moment of silence. That moment has passed. Ray, love you, but we knew where this was going. It's just the Ranger way. All that hope, that fire. Yeah, we got this fucking 8-foot goon that's gonna fucking mash up people.
He didn't even play. Two minutes and 36 seconds of ice time.
There you go.
Fucking stupid. Huge heartbreak. President's Trophy for the Rangers this season. Um, One of the best seasons that they've had in a long time, maybe even ever. Led the league in points, led the league in wins. They
To
probably
lose,
just to
to
lose.
lose.
But you know what? I completely forgot that the Panthers went to the Cup last year. I didn't realize that they were this fucking monster powerhouse team. And I just felt like the Rangers had a really good shot. And they had such a great regular season. Panarin broke the record for, most points in a single season for a Ranger. Kreider kept adding to his playoff goal history mark. It just looked like this was their time. And they fucking ran into a freight train that is the Florida Panthers, and they lost in 6 games. And, they did have a 2-1 lead in the series, but the Panthers they turned it on. And their goalie is phenomenal. Bobrovsky, hats off to him. And, I watched every single game of that series. I caught bits and pieces of the games prior because of just work and other bullshit. But I mean, watching the Messier and PK Subban break down the goalies, and Subban's like, the Rangers aren't even here without Igor Shesterkin. He's like, this dude is a freak of nature in the net, and he's the only reason why these guys are even here. And I was like, oh, I don't know. And then I watched and see Trouba completely sabotage this team all throughout the playoffs, and Panarin being a fucking ghost in the playoffs once again. Like, get the C, and I'm sure Ray might agree with me a little bit. Get the C off Trouba's chest with his fucking 14 penalties this playoff series. Led every single player out of every single team. Like, are you fucking kidding me? 14 penalties? Just take that C off his chest. Should have been fucking Kreider's. Should have been Kreider's. I don't care what anyone says. And Panarin, I just can't. No words for Panarin. No words whatsoever. I want that fucking asshole gone too. I don't care about this ridiculous season that he just had. If you are a fucking ghost in the playoffs, get off my team. I do not care. You have to win it when it matters most, and that guy's just fucking, oh, there's a puck. Oh, shit. Fucking terrible. Other opinions now.
I know Rangers fans don't want to hear from me, but I'm
do.
just I'm gonna put my IHO hat on, okay, to quote Evan Roberts, the great Evan Roberts on Afternoon Drive on WFAN. Independent Hockey Observer hat is on right now, okay? This was simply a bad matchup for the Rangers. Yeah, everybody did forget how good Florida is. It was especially bad for the Rangers forwards and the Panarin line. There's not enough grit and toughness on that line to match up with a team like Florida right now. So you like guys like Rick DiPietro on ESPN were basically laying that out. Like it's just a bad matchup all around. The only guy who kept the Rangers even relevant in this series was Igor, and he was playing out of his mind. Yeah, Truba, really interested to hear how Ray feels about that whole thing because it seemed like the regular season he was just the man. I mean, he made every big hit, just like totally filled his role. It's shocking. The fall off in the playoffs was shocking. And I'm just curious to hear his feedback on him in particular. But I know Rangers fans are gonna scream about Panarin. I just don't know what you do with that situation. Like you get rid of him and then you lose all the points that he gives you in the regular season. So that one's kind of tough. And Kreider, for a guy who should be up in the rafters one day and have his number retired for the Rangers, just didn't show up the way that I thought that he would show up. I figured Kreider was like automatic, and he really wasn't at all. So just curious what Ray thinks about how they should go about this offseason. They do have some tough decisions to make. So hopefully we get him on next time and he could break that all down for us.
Kreider had that one brilliant, brilliant game that saved them in the second round, where he scored 3 goals in the third period and they won to advance to the Eastern Conference Finals. And then it was just fucking a nosedive because like he hadn't really done too much. He had like a couple of goals, and then when I'm such an asshole. Who the fuck did they play in the second round? I'm so focused on the Panthers.
Carolina.
When they were playing Carolina, and he had he scored 3 goals in 10 minutes in the third period to literally fucking save them. I was like,
that was the guy. That was the guy I was expecting in this last series too, and it just never showed up.
I wonder if he's getting too old.
It might be the case. I don't know. I mean,
he's 34.
Seemed like he had a pretty good regular season to me. Maybe he did break down towards the end. I don't know.
And Zibanejad's a fucking waste of space too.
Yeah, the Rangers, in my opinion, again, IHO, Independent Hockey Observer, Rangers need to get Zibanejad off of their team. I just think it's a bad fit. I think and again, I'm curious what Ray's standpoint is on this, but it just feels like another guy with not enough grit, right? And I feel like the Rangers should try to figure out a way to trade out some of these guys for guys with a little bit more grit, a little bit more of that like enforcer forward mentality.
Monster. Nice.
You want guys who are uber talented, and Mika is very talented, but just again, I just think it was a bad matchup all around for those forwards for that Panarin line.
Pete's got nothing to add here.
I said my piece, but yeah. I do agree with Dan that I feel like Ray's opinion on this really
will kind of seal the deal, right? I mean,
we got to get Ray on here for the final ceremony for the New
yeah,
York Rangers.
Yeah.
But
it doesn't feel right. It doesn't feel right. Excuse me,
like
Pete.
incomplete, but
it's.
I haven't really followed the hockey that much. I followed it for Ray because it sucked me in. Fucking the Rangers, baby, New York. Total letdown. However, I will say this: Stanley Cup Finals. Come on, Edmonton Oilers. I know we all saw the video clip all around the internet. Fucking let's go. That's what I want right now.
She knew exactly what she was doing. That was a business decision.
Connor McDavid is the best hockey player I've ever seen. And it would be really cool for him to win it this year and for them to kind of show, I guess, the rest of the league how it's done against the Florida Panthers, huh?
Yeah, would be nice.
We'll see.
I'm rooting for the Oilers because of the cannon.
Oilers too, so fuck him.
Listen, if you're not rooting for the Edmonton Oilers because of those cannons, I don't know what else to tell you. There's nothing else for me to tell you. So
those were some serious cannons.
She needs a license. I'm sure she has a license for those.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
There's probably a license. Let's talk a little bit about the NBA Finals. Stanley Cup Finals I think, start next week. The NBA Finals. Tomorrow. NBA Finals had their first game last night. And it was the Dallas Mavericks playing against the Boston Celtics. Terrible.
Fuck the Celtics. Fuck Boston.
Boston was at full strength. Kristaps Porzingis came back, and him being healthy is not good for the Mavericks.
It's a big problem.
It's a huge problem.
It was the biggest worry that I had going into and I didn't mean to submarine you, Pete, because I know this is your team. So
no, you're good. You're good.
That was my biggest worry because, like you, fuck Boston. I hate Boston. I never want them to win. So I'm looking for any way that the Mavericks can make this a series by winning one in Boston before you go back to Dallas, because it feels like if Boston gets this next one, it might be a wrap. It just feels like that.
They're just such a terrible matchup. They're a terrible matchup for any team that plays them. That's why they won 65 games this year. No one can guard, because Kristaps Porzingis being a third option is a cheat code, because every team's third option isn't guarding him, isn't beating him. It's just not a thing. So now it's like you have to pick your poison. Like, do you want to guard Jason Tatum? Do you want to guard Jaylen Brown? Or do you want to and then there's Drew Holiday locking up everyone on the perimeter. It's just a ridiculously constructed team. They're just such a problem. I think the Mavs have a chance because Luka is that special. Kyrie is that gifted. They have a great Jason Kidd. They have a good bench. It's just, I don't know if it's enough to overthrow this big four that's in Boston. I mean, they play so well together too. Like, that's the thing. Like, you need superstars in the NBA in order to win, but you need to have those superstars be able to play with each other. Like, you need to have the chemistry, and they have the chemistry in Boston. They all can play well together, and it's not looking good from a basketball person, from a basketball mind. It's not. And I don't want fucking Boston to win, man. I mean, as a Nets fan, it's just so vomitous to even watch this series because that whole Boston team is pretty much constructed on the back of all those Nets picks from the fucking KG Paul Pierce trade. Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, fucking vomit. And Kyrie Irving being traded from the Nets to Dallas. It's just, as a Nets fan, you just want to vomit all over the fucking floor. So I don't want Boston to win. Boston and fucking Philly, those cities are never allowed to fucking win anymore. I've had enough.
Well,
Especially,
maybe Knicks fans and Nets fans can cry on each other's shoulders because yeah, you built most of the team, but the Knicks figuring out a way to let Porzingis go and ending up with Boston is another reason why they're on track to win it this year. Because, and I was telling Pete last night, I was like, dude, this guy is like, as a spot up shooter, and I mean from anywhere, like it just feels like it's almost automatic as a spot
it's such
shooter.
a sweet shot. For a
Yeah,
7'3" guy, it makes no sense.
it's effortless. It's the release is so high. Good luck blocking them. Like it just feels like a cheat code.
Yeah, when he's healthy and he doesn't have to deal with the pressure of the top two defenders, 20 was it 20 points in fucking 12 minutes last night?
Yeah,
Just think, oh, this is who you're okay. See ya.
yeah. And he's doing stuff off the dribble, driving to the basket. I mean, that's not stuff I'm normally seeing in his highlights. I'm just, to me, he's a perfect spot shooter. And that's really all they need him to do in this series.
Yeah, pretty much.
I'm all smiles over here. I'm all smiles. The worry, last night I panicked a little bit, but then I said, you know what? Let me take a deep dive into this. Let me look a little bit closer. This deep dive is brought to you by the official candy of this podcast today, Starburst. all the favorite flavors, all the reds, the pinks, the best ones, right here. So
solid choice.
I'm gonna pop a pink right now and take you on a ride because Dallas Mavericks 7-3 on the road in these playoffs. We play well on the road, playing better defense. Yesterday, I mean, we got toasted, right? Closer look at that. The outlier was the first quarter. Outside of that, second quarter through the fourth quarter, combined scores 69-70. It was a game. Boston's not going to shoot lights out like that for the entire series. I don't care how good Porzingis is. He's not going to shoot that the entire playoffs. First quarter wasn't really Tatum or Brown doing much for the Celtics. We got beat because we weren't boxing out and we weren't rebounding. Also, we were playing iso ball. That's not our game. We had, I think it was like a combined like 9 assists going into like the fourth quarter. Luka averages almost 8 assists a game. I think this is the outlier game. I'm concerned, but I'm not overly concerned. And let's flash back. The last time the Mavs won a championship, their one and only time, Big Dirk, we lost game 1. So let's dial it back to history, baby. Lose game 1, Mavs in 6. You heard it first, right here.
Well, I would like that. Because
also, there's no player that shoots better coming after a loss than Luka Doncic. He's going to go off for a 40 spot. Look for Kyrie 25-30, triple-double Doncic.
So, Pete, are you agreeing with me the Mavs need to win game 2?
Of course they have to win game 2. Yeah.
They have to win game 2.
Yeah, you have to split the series and take away the advantage.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's already a dire situation, in my opinion. I feel like you're right. They do play better on the road, but that's why last night was kind of not a good way to get off the blocks. So
Yeah, but I mean, we also lost. We lost game one to OKC too. We got blown out by OKC,
that's
and
true.
everyone was like, "Uh oh."
No, I'm with you. I think it's going to be either a 6 or 7 game series. I really could see either team winning it, but I need Luca and Kyrie to go off.
Kyrie go up. Kyrie, he did not play well at all, and I
No.
don't know. It was just
He fucking can't play there, man. Like ever since the playoff series in 2021 when they beat Boston in 5 games and he stomped on Lucky, which I was just so fucking euphoric. It was fucking amazing watching him do that. But ever since he did that, he hasn't beaten them since. Like I don't know if it's like in his head, I don't know if it's like a mental thing. And then he does a really stupid thing and say, "Yeah, I didn't think it was that loud in there tonight." It's like, come on, dude. What are you?
Oh, come on, dude. No, he did not.
Yep, he said, "I thought it would be louder in here tonight." So of course that's definitely not going to backfire whatsoever in game two. So I don't know. It's just it's like what it's like, come on. You were so good all year. You were so good because your agency said you fuck around one more time, you're gonna be out of this league. So just shut up and behave, you know.
And listen, I think Kyrie's actually happy in Dallas.
He
Him
seems
and
like it.
he seems at peace. And
Yeah, because he lives in a fucking state that isn't trying to jab him in his arm with a fucking needle.
I mean, there's a lot of truth to that.
yeah.
Yeehaw, motherfuckers.
Yeah. I mean
I'm with Kyrie on that, by the way. Don't
the
care.
the other key I think is Derek Lively, the rookie forward center for the Mavs. He was in foul trouble pretty early. He's
Yeah.
him and Gafford. Lively brings a spark off that bench, and him and Gafford basically play 50-50 minutes. They split the time, and he's a weapon for Luca. When Luca just lobs it up, and that guy comes out of the fucking sky and smashes it down, it's hard to stop that.
So is that why their pick and roll game was kind of like non-existent?
Non-existent. They played ISO ball, and that's
Yeah.
not a game.
It's not going to work against Boston.
They need to spread the ball around, and they have to hit their shots. We were atrocious from beyond the arc. The only one that was hitting the shot was Luca. So, I mean, I really he's gonna come back. I feel like with a monster on Sunday.
I feel like game 2 has to be Luca and Kyrie just
takeover.
Going off.
40 apiece.
Yeah, just make the math work.
That set the fucking postseason records. Give me 65. 65 spots.
I could see that from either one of them, especially Luca.
Yeah, that game when he hit that fucking shot in front of Gobert. Oh my
dirty.
Oh, had him on skate. That right there. No.
I literally threw my hands up in the air and I was like, you can't. There's nothing you're doing against that. You can't do anything.
Yeah, there's just no
shit. It's a beautiful thing.
That's what really capped it for me. It was just like, and he's gonna like basically take your soul. Like what's his name in fucking Mortal Kombat?
Oh my god.
Come on.
That shot over the reigning defensive player of the year.
The 4-time defensive player of the year.
Yeah, just absolute freaking savagery to the highest level. Like you can't.
Listen, I'm so confident in the Mavs. I think Celtics are no joke. Everyone knew this going into it, but the Mavs, they've beaten 350-win teams in this playoffs, and fourth is on deck right now. So,
and I have to. This is a PSA to all Knicks fans because I feel like we were feeling that 94 MSG energy, just like the Rangers fans were, and we deluded ourselves. We forgot, just like the Rangers did. The Rangers forgot too. There's a better team out there. And guess what, Knicks fans? The same is true for us. There was a better team out there that we were not beating. So we got to find a way to get better.
Agreed. All right. We're going to move on we're going to touch on football a little bit before we talk about the Yankees for the rest of the show. We had OTAs with all our respective teams. Mandatory mini camps are right around the corner. And we're just going to kind of touch base on what the main word is out of all our teams' camps here. I'll start off because why not? The main buzz out of OTAs, minicamp, all this, voluntary or whatever early workouts is that Malik Neighbors is a fucking freak of nature. And he is making it look just easy. They posted a couple of videos online of him just fucking cooking everyone the Giants have on the defensive side of the ball. And this is the guy that we have needed for so long to be able to stretch the field. And Jalen Hyatt's apparently having a much, much better camp this year than he did his rookie year. He said his rookie year, he was like, I don't even know what the fuck I was doing. I was just running. So it's good to hear that he's much more comfortable. I think he's going to be a whole lot more involved with the offense. And the other thing that's taken away is Brian Daboll is 100% calling every single play. He is the play caller for this year. It is his offense. He has completely taken the reins. So going to be very interesting to see how aggressive the Giants offense is. We might see shades of what it was in 2022 when they just fucking threw caution to the wind and said, fuck it, we're going to try to win every game we can. And it's because last year it was so super conservative play calling. And this year looks like he's taken everything back. And you know what? Shout out Brian Daboll for like losing 70 pounds. I mean, he doesn't even look like the same guy anymore. I mean, holy crap. Good for him. Clap.
That is awesome.
That is awesome. But Malik Neighbors, whoo boy, that's going to be fun to watch for a while.
Yeah, I've been dabbling in Giants Bleacher Report and seeing and hearing some good stuff. So I'm not surprised. I mean, we all knew that he was going to be one of the top ones. And yeah, I fully expect him to be the team's number one receiver this season. So that's good on them. They definitely looks like they improved their team. It definitely looks like the Giants have the potential to sneak up on people this year who were just going to completely dismiss Daniel Jones and what happened last year with Daboll and his staff, and they're just gonna look at all that and they might not take it as seriously as they should. So Giants kind of in a interesting position. They're going to have Hard Knocks this year.
They're doing the off-season Hard Knocks.
The off-season Hard Knocks.
Yep, premiere of the off-season one.
Which is pretty cool. So you're going to get a lot of the insider stuff, the drafts, I should say the draft, the scouting, all that stuff. So pretty cool. As far as the Jets go, I mean, more of the same, just, people trolling and looking for reasons to shit on them. And, the Bleacher Report, actually, somebody from Barstool Sports, which, they're half the time it's a troll job anyway, but taking the time out of their day to report on the Aaron Rodgers thing, where it looked like he may have hurt himself, but in reality, he was just getting treatment on his calf or whatever. But the big news, I guess, is Hassan Reddick not being there. I'm not surprised. I don't think anybody really in the know and like kind of understands the business side of football would be surprised by that. I mean, the man's been looking to get paid. So that doesn't come as a surprise to me. What also doesn't come as a surprise is that the Jets haven't really moved on that because they don't need to. This is this is a contract year for him. He's gonna play and he's gonna chase those sacks, and I hope he chases those sacks to get paid by whoever wants to pay him next year, because it's probably not going to be my team anyway. So 1 year rental, looking at it that way, let's get the most we can out of them. Let's see what we can do this year. It's all about this year anyway. So
All in.
other than that, the rookies, a little rookie report. Braylon Allen, better than they thought he was going to be in the passing game, which is interesting news. The ball hasn't touched the ground. Wisconsin doesn't use their running backs in the passing game at all, so we didn't have a chance to showcase that in college. And then Fashanu, I'm not really hearing much, so I guess that's a good thing. Malachi Corley, I'm hearing that he's a dog. He's a bulldog. He's a little He's a gritty guy, and that's kind of what we need, a guy like that. I feel like he will be a good fit for the offense. So other than that, not too much, which is kind of what I like right now. And let's be honest, OTAs, I mean, these guys are like half pads. It's about installation, it's about learning, it's about the rookies, it's about that camaraderie. We're not talking heavy practicing, and these guys should be looking good in shorts, is what I'm saying.
Working on the tan, right?
Exactly.
So over in Raiderland, I mean, the big thing, QB battle, right? I mean, we got Minshew and AOC looking pretty good in camp right now. This is gonna be one of those quarterback battles where it's hard to root against either one of them, because I mean, Minshew has traveled the fucking road of quarterbacks, backing up, starting, backing
Cowboy.
up, changing. Yeah, he's the journeyman. And then you got C, who 4th-round quarterback, not expected to do much last year. Oh, fucking Jimmy G sucked. And then, oh, hey, Rook, take this team that, oh, by the way, we're going to fire the head coach on Halloween, and we're going to install an interim coach, and it's on you, bud. Didn't have a bad rookie year. Wasn't phenomenal, but, I mean, the whole offense changed in the middle of the year anyway. So I feel like this is like year one for him. I'm really rooting for AOC. I like him. Changed the number. He came out and said, you know what? That was all McDaniels giving me number 4, giving me Carr's number. He was like, I never felt comfortable with it. That guy, he leads this fucking team in career passing yards. We're going to move on from that, and I'm going to wipe the slate clean, and I'm going to start a new number. So respect to the kid for that. Other thing, we June 1st, the June 1st salary cap hits for the June 1st cuts. Garoppolo was part of that, so the Raiders got an extra $24 million in cap. We're sitting at like 35 million right now. That's a ton of money to have sitting in the middle of June, where our secondary is, we could probably use somebody else. Xavier Howard, he's available, but after what I just read, I don't know.
He's not available.
No, he's no longer available.
Excuse me. What did I say on this podcast last year about Xavier Howard when we were talking about him? I was like, not only can't he cover anybody, but he's a problem off the field.
He's a big problem. Big.
Oh, that's a problem.
Yeah. So, I mean, plenty of cap space right now. Probably got a couple of people that we can extend. And I mean, Malcolm Kuntz is due for an extension. Sign the edge rusher, get him and get a veteran cornerback in for secondary help. And then my last thing I wanted to touch on was so Josh Jacobs is like leaves Las Vegas. And how can I say bitter without being bitter? Because he, man, just scorched earth on the way out, said, fuck you, fuck the fans, fuck Las Vegas, fuck all y'all. Just going on scorched earth, saying, fuck it, whatever. I didn't even like it there anyway. No, they didn't know what he wanted to win. Apparently, he's kind of butthurt about the fact that Telesco didn't even make an effort to re-sign him. It was all AP who wanted to re-sign him. AP pushed hard to like, I want you back, and Telesco was like, it's a running back. We'll find a new one.
We're rebuilding.
Yeah. So
it's simple.
Just sour grapes. And then also, I mean, while we're all here, while we're all football fans, man, Darren Waller. Just gotta touch on good old D Wall. For the record, I called it when the Raiders traded him initially that we dubbed that trade. I think it is signed, sealed, and lead pipe locked.
I'm pretty sure I agreed with you too. So good call on that one. And can I just say, like, Kelsey Plum, like, what she must have thought watching that video. And I can't even believe that I had it on for as long as I did.
This is it right here. Since we're the fantasy football league, the punishment of the league for in last place, the loser has to recreate that video scene by scene.
That's a pretty good one.
Oh my God.
That is a pretty good one.
Scene by scene, because I would nothing more than I would love to see is for someone like Rizzo face down on the beach with the ocean washing him into the face.
I mean, that video was so horrifying. And like when it came out, me and my fellow Giants fans are just like, you know, can this madness just end? Like, can we ever have a break? Like, what is going on here?
Congratulations, Zach. Hey, Zach, congratulations. You now know what it feels like to be a Jet fan, because that's how fucking pitiful the Giants have been for the last 10 years.
Oh. We had Antonio Brown for a cup of tea.
That's true.
He melted. He froze his feet off.
He did freeze his feet off.
Cringe doesn't even describe this music video. Can we talk about this again?
It's so bad. It's, as a Giants fan, I'm like, the first thing I thought of, I was like, oh, this guy's gone. I'm like, there's no way they don't cut him now and just save the $11.5 million. Now this guy's clearly got fucking CTE, so I don't even want him in my fucking locker room no more.
Well, that's the other thing, is forget about Mara. Mara has already had his chance to intervene here. If I'm Tish, and I know Tish is the money guy, I'm stepping in and going, what the fuck are you idiots doing? You cut his ass now. I don't give a shit if he wants to retire or not. You
cut him
now.
Maybe he likes the music.
I mean, they already drafted his replacement, so just cut him. Like, what are they waiting for?
Why are you going to have this freaking distraction on the team right now? That's the only thing that's killing me with the Giants. It doesn't make any sense. This isn't the Giant way. This isn't how shit used to go for the Giants. They were like the Yankees of football. That's how they ran their shit. So to see this now is just like they've they've sunk to a depth that I just never thought in my wildest dreams I would see.
Yeah, I don't know what they're waiting for. I don't know if there's like a specific deadline that I don't know about where they could get more money out of cutting him. I don't know what the fucking reasoning is. It better be a fucking good one.
But you know what, Zach?
Out of here.
You know what, Zach? A couple million saved against the cap isn't worth it when we're talking about a situation like this. Like, they have to get ahead of this kind of stuff and get it out of here now. Get all that crap out.
Look what the Raiders did with Chandler Jones. Sorry that you're having issues, but
goodbye.
Can't have it.
Goodbye.
You just can't have it.
So no, that's shocking from the Giants that he's on the team. Shocking.
What a horrible video.
The gift that keeps on giving, let me tell you.
Oh, God.
You.
Cringe.
Oh, yeah. Thank God. You know, at Kelsey Plum, my hat's off to you. You did the right thing. You know, imagine marrying someone, you love this person, and you just watch them lose their mind. Like, that's a strong woman right there.
I still have hope that he can do something with his life after football. Like, he needs to get himself straightened up.
R&B.
He needs, go to R&B or something. Like, figure it out. But you need to straighten your ass up. You need to be like, he has a perfect opportunity to be a voice for young people when it comes to substance abuse. Like, there are many avenues that he could take after his football career is over that would be really good for him. And I hope and pray that it looks something like that for this dude.
Yeah.
I agree.
Agree. What an awful video.
Like, somebody's got to get a hold of this dude and just be like, bro,
what
like,
do you
you cannot be releasing videos like this. Like,
what
are you thinking?
As a friend, if I'm waking up in the morning and I'm popping up the old social media and I see my man Dan down in Texas, cowboy hat, boots, Spurs, doing 6-shooters, just lassoing on the ranch, doing music videos, I'm asking, man, why didn't you ask me to be a part of that? Come on.
Yeah, he left like Odell and a couple other people that might have wanted to been involved in there. Like, you know. Oh, that's the other thing. Could we talk about this? The Odell to Miami thing? How interesting is this, right? So now you got, not only do you have like 3 or 4 guys on the Dolphins with 10 babies with like 10 different baby mamas. Now you're bringing the Kardashians in. And this is what I was saying. Like, everybody was asking me, do you want Odell? Do you want Odell? No, I wanted Odell before I knew he was dating a Kardashian. Now, fuck that. That is a recipe for disaster. They're going to be around these players. Like, no. That's how shit gets destroyed.
Yep.
There's a picture going around of poor Tua from last year to this year, and people are freaking out because he's super skinny, but they fail to recognize he's not wearing a fucking flak jacket in the second picture. So of course it's going to make him look fucking tinier.
Yeah, he's not that much tinier. He lost a little bit of weight. It was a tiny bit.
That, and he shaved his beard off.
Like, in a way, I kind of feel bad for the amount of flack that this dude gets, and he's gotten hurt, and we all like care about this dude's health. But he's a pretty good quarterback. I mean, you give this guy some time, he's got the ability. I mean, he's got a little better arm than I thought he had coming in. So I mean, yeah, he's like got a target on his back.
Yeah, a little bit.
Little bit. I mean, if we're being honest, and I hate the Dolphins, so I don't really give a shit. But he's got a little bit of a target on him.
Oh, well, you mean the Dolphins haven't won a playoff game since I was like a toddler?
What?
I mean, what? I mean, such a great team. How come the Giants have more playoff wins than that fucking team in the last 5 years, let alone fucking 20?
Listen, we have a Dolphin fan listening to this show, so I always like to try to freaking,
Oh yeah.
you know, I
Listen,
always try to
little Danny
whenever.
little Danny Jones got that playoff win over Tua right now. That must really suck.
I forgot about that. Hey, does Trevor Lawrence have any playoff wins? And he has one. Okay,
The comeback against the Chargers.
that's right.
That was an awesome. Oh, that's more Chargers doing Chargers.
Yeah, I mean Trevor Lawrence threw 4 picks that game. So
that's what I mean. Okay, yeah. So he wasn't even good in that game. So yeah, that was the Chargers just doing Charger things.
Yep.
Man, I can't wait for football. Just that first anytime touchdown parlay that I fire off is gonna just hit so nice, especially on a Sunday with the Octobox on. Watching
Octobox.
I can't wait. I can't wait for week 1. You know what? I'm probably going with the week 1 home opener, and I'm probably going to go with Dylan because he sent me a picture today of his brand new JJ McCarthy Winter Warrior alternate jersey.
Oh my God. Did you see
those jerseys are so fucking amazing.
I can't wait for Ray to be on here with one of those bad boys because I know Ray, and he's gonna have one of those iced out fucking JJ.
Oh my God, they are so
the Justin Jefferson jersey. Yeah, he will absolutely get one of those.
I texted him back. I was like, "How come you didn't get Justin Jefferson? You got JJ McCarthy." He's like, "Dude, the last Vikings quarterback jersey I got was Christian Ponder. I needed to update." I was like, "That's a pretty good reason to get JJ McCarthy, I guess."
Christian Ponder. That's like from 15 years ago. God bless.
Yeah, literally. All right, let's move on to our Yankees here. We're going to touch base and update with the Yankees. Let's talk about the Mets real quick first. Mets are a disaster. It's no good. Besides Luis Severino and Sean Manaea having pretty decent years pitching, there's just something not working with the Mets. Lindor's not having a good year. Alonso's not really having a good year. This team can't hit. They can't field. It's just so inconsistent. It's bad. You know it's bad when my dad is texting me during the day going, "How come the Mets are blowing another lead?" I'm like, I don't know. I don't know. I don't think they've had a good bullpen my entire life. I'm convinced. Even when they were really good a couple years ago, that he still didn't have a fucking bullpen. So,
I don't know that who's the fucking closer that they signed to the massive contract, brought the trumpets and the whole fucking brigade out.
Trumpets.
Yeah, who's fucking awful this year? Edwin Diaz. Yeah,
lost it, gone.
Yeah, he's awful. He's having an awful year.
Of when remember Francisco Rodriguez, Dan? K-Rod?
Yeah, K-Rod. Yeah, I do.
He was dominant as can be, and then he just gone.
Fell off. You can never predict these things with pitchers, man. It just happens, and it sucks. I mean, he might get back to form. I mean, we don't know. We don't know.
He missed the whole year because he blew his ACL out, right?
Yeah.
During the World Baseball Classic celebrating or whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, it could be lingering from the ACL. You don't know, but yeah, just whatever it is, they need to fix it.
Well, listen, let's just say that. I mean, Mets fans, the ones that didn't delude themselves, like, the Rich Detellos of the world, like, who knew that coming into this year was going to be about them checking to see who is going to be on this roster long term and who isn't, and who's going to be part of the one of the pieces to the puzzle long term. So I feel like this trade deadline, we're going to get a lot of answers to that. The thing that I'm looking to see,
Polar Bear's getting traded.
Yeah, he probably will. He probably will. And I know Mets fans seem split about that. But we'll see what happens. But what I'm really looking to see, and I think is going to be really important, especially for the short term for the Mets, is how Steve Cohen runs this team in the dog days of summer, like going into, the middle of summer, the dog days of summer, when the Mets aren't, you could basically have archery practice in the stands. I mean, there is, and this is an unspoken thing, but there are a lot of people in the New York metropolitan area who love baseball, but don't necessarily have a team, that are looking to do something with their entertainment dollar and take their family to ball games for the team that is
Nobody,
actually making noise. Those
no,
people are not choosing the Mets this year. They're choosing the Yankees.
nobody's going to Queens to.
Nobody, it's gonna be a morgue. And how is Steve Cohen gonna deal with that? Because this is a guy who's obviously not used to losing in his life financially. And he's always been a big Met fan, but now that he's running the team, and this is kind of like, these are the darkest days of his ownership so far. We'll be monitoring to see how he acts and what kind of moves this team makes at the deadline and going forward.
Sorry for
Yankees
my
lost.
sorry for my outburst. We just gave up 2 runs in the top of the 11th. So
Yeah, I just saw that's not good.
That's my favorite thing ever. Speaking of the Yankees, but yes, I agree. Rich knew, because Rich is a smart Met fan,
Yeah.
not a delusional Met fan that I see on Twitter like Ben Uel, who I want to just fucking choke every day. But who is completely and totally convinced that Soto is going to leave the Yankees for the Mets no matter what. I'm just like, dude, I'm pretty sure Juan Soto knows what's going on over there. He's not a fucking idiot. Like, Ken Rosenthal's like, listen, this guy wants money, but he's also not a fucking idiot. Like, he's not going to go play for a shitty team.
Right. Why would he? Why would he? He has Aaron Judge hitting behind him right now. That's the other thing people have to remember.
Yeah.
all right.
Maybe he doesn't want to give that up.
Yeah.
Right now, I just want to.
We're going to transition to the Yankees now, obviously.
We're Yankee
Talk
Cap
about it. Yankee caps on.
first and foremost. Shout out to my wife, because when I was getting ready to jump off the ledge in April, with Judge hitting 200 and had 4 home runs, she was like, listen, the Cali boy. I know Aaron. I know how he works. He likes it to get a little bit warmer. And May rolled around and out went the baseball. So shout out to the wife on that one. 100%. Aaron Judge is still a dog.
The most, it was so funny. I sent this in our group chat because I've been trying to like find a good comparison for him in like other sports, because there's just no one like him in baseball that we've ever seen before. And it finally hit me, because like I'm a podcast freak. I listen to so many other podcasts, not only just for inspiration, but like for own personal knowledge and growth or whatever. And I was listening to Shaq's podcast a lot, and I was like, "Oh, you dumb fucking idiot! This is Aaron Judge is the Shaquille O'Neal of fucking baseball. Bigger, stronger, dominant, just a physical freak force on the diamond." And I was like, "Oh, you did it! Ding, ding, ding!" So this just he's so like words really can't describe how good he is. Like he's one of the best pure hitters in general that the Yankees have ever had. I mean, you could look, his name is up there with Gehrig and Ruth and Mantle. Every fucking time he hits a home run, his name is somewhere in there. Like 99 99's going to Monument Park. He's the AL home run record holder. That dude, all that dude needs is a fucking ring. He needs a ring. and then we're fucking golden, man. He just needs one. He doesn't need fucking five. Like he doesn't need five like Jeter. Love Jeter. We're never gonna
But
see that again. Okay,
No,
probably not. Just
probably
give
not.
him
the hardest
one.
one to get
Is
is
the
your
first one.
It's the first one. I'm telling you, when you get the first one, that second one's coming.
You could roll them out if you win one. You could roll them out.
And all right, so first of all, we just want to point to the signature right now. No Tommy John is needed for our boy Juan Soto. Just a little forearm inflammation. We're good. We're Gucci.
Yep, solid.
Solid.
It's fine.
Some best
It's gonna be
news
fine.
that we could have gotten.
Guys, it's gonna be fine.
It's gonna be fine. And guess
It's
what?
gonna be fine.
Our the American League Cy Young winner from last year.
Yeah.
No, I'm talking about from last year.
Oh,
That guy Garrett Cole. He's
come back.
he's almost ready. He's pitching in Somerset on Sunday. Second rehab start.
Best team in baseball without Garrett Cole.
So all right, Dano, Luis Heel.
Cy Young Award winner if he keeps it up. Super dog.
I mean,
That's insane. It's insane. The Yankees sent him down to the minors when spring training started.
2 years ago when I saw this guy, and he came in September, and he was throwing smoke. And I was like, this guy, this guy could be something. And then just stepped up in the biggest way. The whole rotation stepped up in the biggest way.
Yeah.
Even the fucking Poteet guy, Clark Schmidt goes down, they throw this guy in.
Matt Blake.
1.79 earned run average. Okay.
Matt Blake is the best coach in all of baseball.
Yeah, it's time for us to, we didn't know who he was when the Yankees hired him, really. I'm pretty sure we all criticized the hire in some way, shape, or form.
Yeah, because he was the pitching coach from Michigan.
Right. And it turns out that he's a really, really good coach. So
he's a pitcher whisperer.
That's incredible. Incredible. Like, think about it. Like, we thought coming into this year that our pitching was going to stink. We thought it was going to stink. Yeah. And this guy has turned it into a juggernaut. And it's all, half of them are no names. Half of them are guys I didn't even know existed before this year. And that's amazing. Like, we need to start, that dude's name needs to start coming up more often because he's doing the job.
For sure. Now, my criticism on the Yankees right now, I hate for these words to come out of my mouth, but the right side of the infield needs to be sent to the fucking sun. Rizzo.
I know.
Rizzo is done.
Rizzo, you still walk your dog with Judge's dog and be besties. It's toast. Glaber plays like a little leaguer. He might as well be picking dandelions with his mitt on his head because the shit that him do is just inexcusable. Can't run the bases for shit. And then fielding tonight, I watched him run underneath a fucking routine infield fly and just flip his glove out like he's the fucking man. Ball hits his fucking mitt, pops out and hits the ground. You can't make this stuff up. Like,
no, that's it. I've had enough. I've had enough of him. He's got to go. And I love Rizzo, and he should be a bench player in the playoffs, and they should call on him to pinch hit in some spots here and there if they can, because I think he's still that dude. But he doesn't seem healthy. We need an everyday first baseman. because I'm not sure about this guy's health long term, especially in the dog days of summer. I feel like let's get another first baseman in here. Let's platoon them. Like let's figure something else out because this is not working.
Does Brian Cashman get on the phone with the people over there in Queens for a first baseman?
No way.
There's no way. Just listen. I love you guys. Get it out of your head right now. You think that Steve Cohen's already looking at a fucking horror show this summer? You think he's gonna trade arguably his best player to the Yankees with what's going on right now? There's a better chance that the Hudson turns red than that happens. So
oh my
there's
God.
no
I think what's going to happen is
get it out of your mind. Get it out of your mind. Don't have it as an expectation because it's not going to happen.
I didn't. I just wanted to throw the idea out there.
Yeah, it's not happening.
I think what's going to happen is they're going to trade for another infielder who could play multiple spots. One of the names being tossed around is John McMahon from Colorado, who's having a really good year.
That's a good.
Man.
That would be good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He could be the new third baseman.
He could move DJ over to first.
That's fine. That's fine. Platoon, DJ, and Rizzo. It's a right-handed, left-handed hitting deal there.
Yeah.
And then get that guy to play third. Hey, get anybody. We do need one more. I agree. We need at least one more infielder. So get somebody in to play anything but shortstop because that's obviously sealed. I mean, let's talk about Volpe.
Volpe is
now
they hit on him. They hit on him.
Admittedly, last year I said, let's put the brakes on a little bit. The rookie year is great and all. I want to see how he responds. I want to see what the sophomore year looks like. And he is a professional. He's an all-star shortstop. He's an all-star shortstop.
He's the best shortstop we've had since Jeter.
Yeah, and that's unbelievable.
He's going to be
we actually have a leadoff hitter. We actually have a leadoff hitter who knows how to hit and get on base.
34 game, right? 34 game on base streak. Did he get on base tonight?
I don't think he did.
But still, that's freaking. He had a 20 game hit streak, 34 game on base streak.
Incredibly impressive. Incredibly impressive.
The efficiency is insane.
Volpe had a hit.
Volpe did have a hit.
All right, Volpe had a hit. Oh, so we extended the streak. Let's talk about another guy. Another guy who I feel like fits this team perfectly. Alex Verdugo. I am becoming a big fan of Alex Verdugo. He does the small things. He's really good in the field. He's got a good enough bat to make it hurt when pitchers make mistakes. And he's got a good bat for the Bronx.
My only thing with Verdugo is, where's Dominguez going to go?
I don't think we got to worry about that right now. Let's just take it until one of those guys shows up and we'll see what they can do.
Single, 2-1, bottom of the 11th. We're still alive.
All right.
And how about all right, we're throwing praise on everybody right now. Big G, how about it?
He's having a great year.
Carlos Stanton having that comeback player of the year type season, just not doing too much, doing enough.
Yes, 16 home runs.
Dog,
having a good year.
He would be leading the league in home runs if it weren't for Judge and another player or
Soto has 18.
Right.
Yeah, Gunnar Henderson has like 19, I think.
Yeah, Gunnar Henderson has 18 as well.
There's another we haven't said his name yet, I don't think, on this podcast, but that guy is a fucking ridiculously good baseball player.
I don't like the Orioles, so I don't talk about him.
Yeah, I hate them. But anyway,
you got to show some respect where it's where it's due. But yeah, Stanton batting 235. I'll fucking take 235 from Stanton.
Yeah, because it's 17 runs, so I'll take it.
If he hits 200 with 17 home runs, I'm taking that.
Yeah, because what? He only hit like 15 home runs all of last season. So
he's been a good playoff performer for us, but not a compiler during the regular season.
His numbers for us in the playoffs are a little ridiculous.
And that's what I'm really excited for. I am excited for this team in the playoffs with a rejuvenated, lean, mean-looking freaking Big G and Soto and Judge and Volpe and Verdugo, and my body is ready for the postseason this year. Here's the one thing I'm going to say. Now, here's what worries me. Clay Holmes, love the guy. He's been outstanding. The numbers show that he's been outstanding, so I can't get too carried away here. But in a big spot, I still am just not sure. And
fuck you, Stanton.
No.
So, why you gotta say that? Why you gotta say that? What are we doing here?
in a big spot. Well, I guess that wasn't good.
He just struck out looking. Bring the bat at least. Oh God, here comes Rizzo.
Oh, that ain't it. That's terrible.
Anyway, I want to move, and people might think this is crazy. That's fine. I want to move Clay Holmes down the line to the 8th inning. I want to bring somebody in, and
Mason Miller.
I want it to be Mason Miller, and people might think that's crazy because he's a young gun.
Miles an hour until his arm falls off.
Just do it. Just do whatever it takes. Send the A's some fucking bullshit prospects or Spencer Jones or whatever it's going to take that he could go waste away, over there and let him be merry and hope it all works out for him. But I want a closer on this team before the deadline. We don't need one now. Before the deadline, I want a closer.
Yeah, we need another bullpen arm because Cole's coming back. Matt Blake has his rotation fucking rolling. There's not really going to be too many solid options for starting pitchers. No one. We really need another bullpen arm. I agree with Dan. I in a perfect world, I'd like to move Clay Holmes back to being the setup man because I don't trust him in a huge spot either. I understand he's been statistically the best closer in baseball the last 2 seasons, but there's too many times where he just fucking implodes in a big important spot, and it's just like this fucking guy. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, and there have been a lot of times where it looked like he was going to, and kind of got lucky here and there a couple of times so far this year. So, yeah, I don't feel great about that in the playoffs. I don't.
I still think we should get a starter because I
would love any an addition to pitching is a commitment to fucking winning.
Yeah, I agree.
That's how you win in the playoffs. Yeah, I get it. The Yankees very much have the Texas Rangers formula last year where there's 4 or 5 guys that can just hit all over the place and there's nothing you can fucking do about it. Because that's how the Rangers won every game last postseason run. Their pitching wasn't really that great. They just scored 8 runs a fucking game. So it's a method that can work. I don't want to have it be the only method. I'd like to have some pitchers shoving as well to just shut people fucking down. Because, listen, we're New York sports fans. We have enough stress watching these motherfuckers. So I would love a postseason where it's just they're winning 7-2, 6-0. Just sit back, fucking smoke
your cigar.
Yeah, have some moonshine. Just have a lovely fucking evening. I'm tired of this shit. Tired of wanting to rip my hair out because I'm like, oh Lord, I've invested myself again. I'm ready for more pain. I'm tired of the pain. Win.
Well, I mean, let's be honest with ourselves. Like, what do we trust more? Do we trust the lineup more or do we trust the pitching more?
Pitching.
I trust the pitching more.
Pitching
Well,
because we've been shut out quite a few times this year.
we have, and maybe we do need another bat. Maybe we do. But I'm just looking at it from the standpoint of the playoffs.
A high average hitting infielder. That's what needs to be injected right now.
That would make a lot of sense. Put him in the 8 or 9 spot.
Yep.
And just let him try to get on for Volpe and make the merry-go-round.
Ditch fucking Glaber. Trade Glaber for a fucking pitcher. And go get Jazz Chisholm. Put him at second base.
I don't hate it.
I don't hate it.
Go get Paul Goldschmidt. Put him at first base. Go do something. Do something.
That might actually be a doable thing at this point, Paul Goldschmidt.
Go get Paul Goldschmidt.
It might be.
Might as well.
We'll see how Arizona does, though. Arizona's got to be out of it for them to want to do that.
St. Louis.
See, I was about to say.
That's right. St. Louis. That's right. St. Louis.
Who's been fucking.
I'm thinking Arizona's Christian Walker, which he's been
He's been decent.
Yeah, he's been decent.
So many different things. But you know what? You know what's on the list? Re-sign Juan Soto.
Yeah, that's priority number one. He should be re-signed by the All-Star break. If they don't give him a contract during the All-Star break, I want everyone in the front office fucking fired. I don't care. You do not let that guy walk into free agency and allow him to meet with any other team. If you're an actual serious organization about winning baseball games, you will give him a contract offer during the All-Star break, which they're very open to. Because Scott Boras, if we remember correctly, got fucking burned this offseason, lost a lot of fucking money. He may just say, you know what, Juan, you want to stay in pinstripes? They're giving us $650. You want to stay for $650? Okay, good. I don't want to risk anything. So that's a real possibility. If they do that,
first of all, there's no way we are offering him $650 off the jump.
They should. If they're smart, they should. He's not getting anything less than that.
Opening offer from Cashman.
You got to prevent him.
You have to prevent him from going into free agency.
Pete, you have to sweeten it to the point where he doesn't even want to think about free agency.
I'm go 700.
I'll go 700 too. I said 700 too. I'm good with it.
He's younger than Louis Gill. He's a rookie.
He's Cashman is going to give him, here's 10 years, 525 million.
Then he's a piece of shit.
Aaron Judge better be okay with him making more money. That's all I got to say, because that's going to happen if the Yankees re-sign him.
There's no way he cares.
I think you're right. I don't think he will. I think Judge is going to do so well off the field. I don't think it's going to matter.
He makes like an extra $30 million a year off the field. He doesn't. I guarantee you, he doesn't give a fucking Frenchman's ass. Like we need Juan Soto resign.
Judge is like, no, what?
A Frenchman's ass.
More than me? I'm the fucking captain.
There's no way. If that honestly were the reason, I don't know what I would do. I don't know what I would do. But we know that's not real. So
I would trade Aaron Judge.
Betrayed. No,
he's
gonna go. He himself might go to Brian Cashman's office and be like, do I need to write the contract for you or what? Because I like that.
He doesn't go to Cashman. He goes straight to fucking Steinbrenner.
I was about, you know what? He's right. He goes straight to Hal. He'll go straight to Hal like he did the fucking when Hal was in Milan, Italy, and because Cashman had his fucking thumb up his ass.
Because Arson Judge was about to be a thing.
Unbelievable. He'll go right up to Hal and be like, "Listen, fucker, like, give me your check. How many zeros does it fucking take?"
Wait for that tweet of John Soto signing with the Mets.
Oh God, John Soto.
John Soto.
If he's not, I'm telling you, if he's not re-signed by the All-Star break, I'm going to be pissed. Or I at least want them to hear they offered him a big contract during the All-Star break, because then at least they're being semi-serious about.
So what was the contract he turned down in Washington? 600 million?
No, it was 440.
I thought he turned down. It was
No,
over 440.
he turned down 12 years, 440 million.
Oh, that's chump change.
Yeah, no, you start at 650. That's just what you do. You start at 650 because Ohtani got 700. If it takes 700, give him fucking 700, because Stanton will be off the books in a couple years. A couple of guys are coming off the books. You're not gonna have to pay Glaber. You're gonna have not gonna.
Garrett Cole's 34.
Yeah, Garrett Cole's 34. Just fucking. But
Yeah.
you know what? It doesn't matter. You're the New York Yankees. You have the fucking money. If the Los Angeles Dodgers are spending more money than you, that's a fucking problem. Okay?
Dodgers are spending more money than them in 10 years or 15 years, whatever it is.
I don't give a fucking rat's ass. Fucking get it done. So that's Juan Soto should be fucking signed by the All-Star break. I want the Jeff Passan fucking notification on the X, where it says breaking news. Juan Soto is staying in the Bronx for 15 years, $650 million, and a fucking Latina blowjob. There we go.
Let's not do 15 years. Let's do 10 to 12 years.
He's 25 years old.
Let's do 10 to 12 years.
It'll be 12. It'll be 12 years, 650 million smackaroonies, and the fucking key to the city, and like fucking, I don't care. The Teenage Ninja Turtles in the fucking sewer too. Like
the one bomb.
The one bomb.
All right. We're gonna wrap it up there. We went way longer than I thought we would, which is fine. We're gonna pick this back up. Is there any major? Well, we got the NBA draft soon, so we might do one.
Fuck the NBA draft. That thing is a joke.
That thing is a joke, but I'm trying to think of like legitimate sports events for upcoming.
Let's do one in a week or two, and let's try to get Ray on so he could wrap up the NHL for us.
And by then, Luka Doncic will be an NBA Finals MVP and champion.
Listen, let's hope.
I hope so.
I hope so too. I can't watch Boston win. I can't.
No.
Can't do it. I can't do it because there's literally fucking 16-year-olds in Boston that have seen fucking 8 world championships, and I just want to fucking choke all of them. All of them.
Yep.
So
from Boston.
Oh God. So, we're gonna sign off here. Thank you guys so much for watching, listening. Like, subscribe.
So,
gotta get to 500
on YouTube. Let's pump up the numbers on the gram. If we hit 1,000 subscribers, Ray Tremor said that he would get no, he won't do, no nippies. 1,000 subscribers, Ray is gonna get a hairpiece. He's gonna get a tube.
Oh God.
Ray is gonna get a toupee. Like the legit one where they shave his head, glue it, paste that bad boy. We'll get him a fresh fucking fade with it. Toupee.
I don't know. I like the nipple piercing better.
I like the nipple piercing better.
10,000 subscribers, we get the nipple. How about that?
10,000.
Let's get some hair first, and then we pierce his nipple.
Let's get the man a new head of hair.
Let's get the man a new head of hair. The people.
The disrespect right now. The level of disrespect.
No disrespect, man. No. No
The
disrespect.
man has hair. The man has hair.
The man used to have a luscious mane of hair, and it has dwindled away.
It's beautiful strawberry blonde hair.
The public has the opportunity to make Ray's hair great again. Let's make Ray's hair great again. Like and subscribe. I will post it. Dog Talk, Dog Sports on the gram. I'll post it. Follow, like, subscribe. Send us a message. What do you want to hear about? Give us something. But
this episode was brought to you by the Edmonton Oilers chick fan with the calcium cannons. Thank you.
And with that being said,
I'm fucking out of here. Oh my God.